National investigators are combing through a plane crash that killed 2 people Sunday night in Sheridan County. Good evening, everyone. I'm Collin Ruane.
And I'm Brittany Pieper.
Here's what's happening right now. The Columbia City Council is discussing whether to give City Manager Mike Mathis a raise, and some council members are not happy about it. KOMU-8's Christian Picos joins us live outside City Hall with the details. Guns are currently not allowed on college campuses, but 2 Missouri lawmakers are working to lift that ban. State Senators Bob Dixon and Brian Munzlinger pre-filed bills that would require college campuses to allow concealed carry weapons unless the university offers metal detectors and security guards at building entrances. One MU student we spoke with says guns would not make campus any safer, but Dixon and the owner of Modern Arms in Columbia say current law allows criminals to target gun-free zones. Now, KOMU-8 conducted a poll on Twitter today to see what viewers think. You see the results right there. Of the 251 people who answered, 65% say they do not think guns should be allowed on college campuses, while 35% say guns should be allowed. Today marks 74 years since the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. Dozens of survivors attended the Pearl Harbor anniversary ceremony in Oahu today to remember the attack. More than 2,400 U.S. military and civilian personnel died after Japanese warplanes bombed the USS Arizona battleship in the early morning. For major historical events like Pearl Harbor, you always hear the question, where were you when it happened? Well, one Jefferson City man knows exactly where he was 74 years ago today. A shooting in Omaha, Nebraska leaves a pregnant woman and a 2-year-old dead and 3 other women fighting for their lives. The shooting happened at an apartment last night. Police say 23-year-old Dontavius Lloyd, you see him right there, is a suspect. He's accused of killing 22-year-old Destacia Strawn and her 2-year-old daughter. Strawn's mother and grandmother say she was dating Lloyd and is pregnant with his child. Lloyd is still on the run. 29 oil rig workers are still missing tonight after an oil rig fire off the coast of Azerbaijan. Just take a look at this. A massive fire swept through the offshore oil platform over the weekend. 33 workers were rescued. One worker says he waited 18 hours to be saved. The oil company says it is still looking for the missing. Russia says one of its 2 defense satellites launched over the weekend is lost. A rocket, which you see here, was launched Saturday with the 2 satellites on board. Russia's TASS news agency says one of the satellites did not separate from the carrier rocket. Today, a Montauk County judge declared a mistrial in the trial of a Stover pastor accused of sex crimes. Travis Smith faced charges of second-degree statutory rape and sodomy. The charges stem from alleged incidents from 2005 and other incidents dating back to 1998. Court officials would not say why the judge declared a mistrial. Smith has been charged and acquitted of sex crimes before in 2010 and 2011. A man will spend a year and a half in federal prison for hacking a police union's website during the Ferguson violence last year. Justin Payne was sentenced today in St. Louis. Authorities say he used Twitter to launch a cyber attack that overwhelmed the St. Louis County Police Association's website. Ted Cruz's wife was in Jefferson City today. Heidi Cruz came through mid-Missouri to get her husband's name on the March primary ballot. Her visit was part of a tour through Kansas City and Mid-Mo. She also hosted a meet and greet with supporters. Ted Cruz will take to the debate stage next week in Nevada. And Santa's all over the country, making sure everyone has a great holiday season. How Santa brought Christmas cheer to a local hospital next. Little story there.
Here's a look at what we're following for KOMU-8 News today. The Boys and Girls Club gets ready to open its 4th location in mid-Missouri.
We take a look at what this means for the local community and if they're able to provide more with more locations. Join us for KOMU-8 News today starting tomorrow at 4:30.
I cannot believe that is December's forecast.
I know. Crazy. I feel like I'm going to have to break out the shorts come Friday when it's going to be 65.
Missouri's just pretty confusing sometimes.
All right, that is our time for now. Thank you so much for joining us.
We'll see you again tonight at 10.